And it's red in the center and blue all around, with a ribbon of gold in between. And it's bigger than Texas and flatter than Spain, and it's the best country I've ever seen.
So this is the content of one cat stomach?
This is one cat stomach. So obviously stomach contents don't last very long because of the acid environment, so it's definitely within 24 hours. Now the first thing you can see, it's chockers full of hair, mammal hair. Australia's got the worst mammal extinction rate in the world. So we've lost 24 species of mammal in the last 2 centuries. So in North Australia, the key drivers of these declines, we think, are changes in fire patterns, the impacts of introduced herbivores, so buffalo, cattle, horses, donkeys, and the impacts of feral cats. The trouble is that none of the usual techniques that an ecologist uses to study animals are very useful when it comes to feral cats. So they won't go into traps very readily. They won't cross sand plots that you leave on the road willingly. They're very hard to observe. So all those methods that we use, trapping, say, it's a passive method. So we needed to totally rethink our approach, and we wanted to try a more active search tool. Yeah, but already we're at 9 mammals and 1 goanna. So we needed some way of going after the cat rather than waiting for the cat to come to us. And a trained dog was the obvious thing to try.
So what are you doing exactly, Tony?
Well, I'm training this dog, which we hope it will become a very successful cat dog.
Some people would say that it's natural for a dog to chase a cat.
Yes.
Is that true?
Well, it's natural for a dog to chase things that move fast in general, or at least for the so-called hunting breeds. Then you have to be a bit more specific with the dog.
How do you make them target specific?
Well, the most important part of the dog is to bond with the handler. Then, when she becomes a bit more confident, I'll probably cut down in the bonding training, and then we'll jump into other more complex exercises.
Such as?
Such as hunting, and such as riding in quads and camping out and these sort of things.
Are there better breeds? Are there smarter breeds than others?
For a job like this, probably a fox terrier, a smooth-haired fox terrier, has certain advantages.
So this long hair on the spaniel isn't a problem in this heat? Because this would get pretty hot up here.
Yeah, it's not the most convenient thing to have. The dog will eventually get used to it and will learn to handle the heat. But yeah, for a dog that is working in this sort of environment, I'd much rather have something with a shorter hair, to tell you the truth.
So has Sally been in contact with cats yet?
Yes, she's been at least twice.
So she's not afraid?
No, she's not. She's very enthusiastic about it, and she's very happy with chasing cats and put them at a tree and chewing them up afterwards.
But do you think there's any more awareness now? Do you think people are gradually getting their head around the fact that it's a big problem?
I don't think people understand what feral cats are doing to our native fauna, and it's probably because they are so elusive and hard to see. I mean, people understand the impact of foxes much better, I think.
And a fox, of course, is a baddie. You know,
yeah,
we all know
it's
a fox
been
is a baddie,
vilified.
whereas a pussycat is a pussycat.
Yeah, and I mean, I love cats, but there's a place for things, and a cat at home in suburbia that's well controlled and well managed is not the same as a feral cat out here that's eating, you know, up to 15 native animals a day. I guess it comes down to a choice that people have to make. Like, how much do you value our natural heritage? There'll always be some people who don't care, but in a lot of cases I think it's simply because people don't have the information. And if they knew the impact that feral moggies had, I think they probably would care.
And it's red in the center and blue all around, with a ribbon of gold in between. And it's bigger than Texas and flatter than Spain, and it's the best country I've ever seen.